again.
There we go. 600 or 6,000 megabytes, or 6 megabytes per second. Yes, indeed. Alright, cool. I need to fix my calculations for the checkbox. Oh wait, that's 0.2, not 0.8. I see. I found my my mistake. Can't really. I need to add some padding to this. Okay, so private floats. Make online padding. Go 2 pixels. And then like vector 2 line padding. Not vector 2, I need a float. Value and then recalculate. So icon padding. That would be moving, they're adding to the X. Bottom center. They'd be removing. Actually, vector 2 position plus icon padding. Never mind. This has to be a vector 2. Dot X and then new vector 2. Icon line padding and then size is the actual size, box size minus the line padding. Now change position. To width. Why didn't it say that there for position? Oh, because it's a because it's a property and not. Yeah. Change size. Yep, that works. I want to add quick override, debug, and then drag floats. I want to make this icon line padding. Line padding. If not, turn ref padding, and then so if I open this up, checkbox, components.
Gregory, do you see the small vent on the floor? Have you ever heard of Among Us, Gregory? You need to vent. I know it will be hard.
I love this. I love the message.
Oh, I know you can do it, Gregory.
Oh, that's not. Something's wrong here. Something's clearly wrong with my calculations here.
Trying to make a vent is what you're trying to do.
Something's clearly wrong here. Right, I need to double it. Oh, I need to do two. Okay, cool. However, I can invert it. I think 4 seems good for that. What about just doing 3? 3 and then. So that works. However, time to check to see if the X works. Okay, cool, that works too. I have his. Hold on. I need to add the type. Right. Drop down. Shoot, what was the combo box, right? Combo box, icon type. Item, and then items. So private feed only string options. And I need the enum, which was checkbox type dot enum dot get names so then I need values dot index. Cool, so there's no index up for that. Neat. List. Read only list. Values dot index. You know, just use the normal list. Index. Options. Options dot count. If this changes, I want to set type equal to values index. And switch box type. So check. So if I checkbox, cool. I can just to 5 now. I think 5 is a 4 might be better though, because Phil has nothing yet. So Phil would be rectangle for fill. Private rectangle. Right. And I want it to equal position and size. Then draw. Pull this up. Go to fill. Yeah, I mean, its default is white. Okay, so there is a small. I didn't change this to full like I wanted it to. I just need highlighting. Add the highlighting when you're hovering over it. And I think I'd be done there. Do is get rid of this. And then have icon padding. Put 4 in here. We don't need to set them separately. Can I do 4.5 this? Oh, I don't think that's even. It might be though.
No, it ain't.
No.
Oh.
Is it like 1 pixel to the bottom left?
Oh, it's 3.
How can you tell that exactly? It's 1. Ha! I win.
Okay. I mean, I'm more or less just making stuff up, but yeah.
Not even watching the stream.
I'm barely watching.
Fair enough. I would be too, honestly. Is it that way when it's just because it's a 0.5? It might seem like that. What if I change it to 7.5? It looks like it fixed itself. However, it worries me that it does that. Maybe because int pixels and stuff like that. What if I like nudge it over a bit? Oh, right. The button component doesn't have any exposure for... Okay, fine then. The rectangle component is not exposed. Blech. I need to like work on having all those stuff be exposed, but it's fine. It works. so far. I did set up the action right, correct. Button component should have an event handler. However, it's internal, so I need to expose it. There's toggled. Public on change. What was? Do I have argument? Actually, no. I think a normal event handler should work. Event handler, boolean. Make sure it's an actual event. Actually, I can do that. The only reason I need a button component is for reasons I know definitely. Couldn't I just use a normal rectangle at this point instead of a button component? Or panel, I mean. Yeah, I think a normal panel component would suffice. Panel component. On change, invoke this with is toggled. No. Event handler. You need to always question the existence of objects. You can always just this in here. And as well as panel component. Since I'm not adding it as a... I think I should just add it as... This adding it as a component. So I don't actually need that in the debug loop or anything. Chat box, panel component, yeah, cool. However, yeah, it doesn't actually draw at all. Okay. Actually, yeah, since it's not drawing, I don't need it to be a panel component. Just be a normal rest. Do I even need it to be a... Why was I using a button component for this? When I was essentially just checking this anyway. It's private. I'll make it public. And I'll just change this to draw. Hole is toggled. Wait, no, yeah. It's toggled. So draw. I'll change to a normal draw as well. Draw is toggled is hovering. Get rid of this. And then I need this to be able is toggled. Draw. Cool. So this should work then. Of course it doesn't work. Why would it work? Not a component. Notice this specifically. Excuse me. I was looking at the right thing, right?
Oh, of course you weren't.
Oh, because I'm overwriting. Okay, yeah, Yeah, that would make sense, yeah. Based on debug loop, teehee. Yeah, because it doesn't have a component, but it has no objects as well, which is funny. Toggled. Cool. However, it's not detecting correctly. Uh, enjoy the text. Rectangle. Cool, I don't have a toString for that. Override toString. X, Y, width, and then height. Oh, right, okay, never mind. I can't do this then, since it's... Yeah. Okay, that's... not correct. It's not actually updating. Equal new rectangle at the position. Text component size. as yeah. Do I want to put it disabled on this though? I also think like I should make toggle button a component instead. However, I don't think I should. I might make it. Do I want to make it a button component instead? Since I have on click already on here. Also, I'm choosing to do it this way. On the click event of the input handler. Versus the update loop. Yeah. I guess. That's probably what I'll do. Let's change this to being a rectangle. I guess I'll make it this instead. Button component. One component, the rectangle. It shouldn't like. Oh, right, because I need a new rectangle. And everything in here is gonna complain. Don't think I need this anymore. And I just need to re-add that. And then add component. Button component. Dot. Clicked. Both. What arguments does this have? No argument. Did I forget how to do this? But it's an event. Excuse me? This works fine with other things. It's because it's the question mark. Wait. I do not know why this is doing that. It's just because it's empty. Okay. No? I don't understand why this is complaining, really. It shouldn't. Because other things are able to work with this, so then why isn't this one working? It should be... It is an event. Uh, I am very confused. Okay, well that works. Wait, but there's no... What? Oh, no argument. Okay. Just me being dumb then. I don't think it needs it disabled. So then I'll go and steal from my button object. Why do I have these as private? Ah, I see. Not really. And then set color. Adding component text. Not panel. Actually, no, because that would change. Spacing could change that. How do I have... Wait. Okay. Wait, why is this? Why am I adding this to here? So even for my button component, is it pretty much just useless? Since you only... Whatever, I'll keep it.
Okay. Did some more research on the local export.
Yeah.
And it was like one person's like, I like it more than Net and Grok.
That's good, I guess.
Yes, yes. Just don't like how now I have to pay for a service.
That too. Input dot state angle. Keep button component, but this doesn't really need it. This doesn't really have any components because it can't really expose its components very easily. Okay, I need the hover. It only has 2 colors. Just not disabled. I need to think about what I want to do here. Because I have the text highlight color. And then I have essentially 3 colors that I need to interchange. Case dictionary, string, color. So I need something that can check changes and then adjust color accordingly. Hmm. Do I want to make this a generic? And then the problem is I need to like figure out two solutions. Make this have be good for two solutions being uh, color switching mostly. Action. Compatible color. State changed. ET Boolean. And I want to make this has state changed. And then this in here. Public. Wait, update states. I need public static implicit operator. Color. Changing color. T. Way to get color. Colors. What? States. Oh, right. Did that? Okay then. I think I actually need that. Yeah. T. Next state. If state changed has not. Last state. Next state. Return. No, that's it. Has state changed. And then state changed. And make it colors state equal next state. I think that would work. Oops. Parent states. What are you bugging about? I got it. Mm. True, make it the lighter one. Okay, cool. I want to do that for text too. Okay, panel color, text color, and an icon color. I want text color to be then I would copy this. Yeah, oh. Switch color. Which is essentially just a wrapper around changing color, boolean. No promotion scams. I still need to make that rules thing. Okay, Twitch pop-up thing. Can you like not have a thing over there? Thank you. Shoot, how do I ban it? It's flash ban, right? Oh, you got it for me. You just did timeout. Okay.
I just did timeout.
Alright,
But they
good to
won't
know.
be back, so.
Alright, fair enough. New. False. And true. And update state. Update status. Is that what I called for this? No. Okay, update state. Yeah, that'll work. Now, if I go to the text panel and then text color update state as hovering. And draw text. Wait, text component has its own color? It does. So I do need an update state there. Okay. Color is color. Alright, so that should work.
Nope, you missed something.
Nope. Ha.
Oh, okay.
Nice try. It works. I
Mark
just
can
need.
look better.
I'm mathematically making it, alright? If you want to give me new positional based off of a 0 and 1 of what it could look better as, then please do. How could I make this better? I mean, I could. Here, let me. Right, so there's nothing for that actually. Here, I'll make it bigger for you to look at here. Is that big enough? Here, how about that?
It's perfect.
I don't know how to make that better. I think I guess I could do something like, so this is, I can't convert that back, can I? Right, so this should make it look a little bit better. How's, okay, maybe that's too much. That a 9, and then this. If not, then I'll have to half it again. Yeah, how's that? How's the button?
I don't know. It still feels like it's off.
Check. In what way?
It doesn't look like a check mark. Not anymore.
Maybe not anymore.
It looks like less of a check mark and more like a V now.
Um. That's slightly better, right?
That's better.
Yeah, it's a lot better. And then X, and then there's fill, right? Yeah, so the colors for these are next. Icon color. Actually, yeah, so pretty much I'll just copy that, and I don't need to care about a state change. Oops. And before I get a null exception, right? Changing color dot invoke and then question mark and then question mark. And then copy this one. Oh, should be no disabled color. That's not something we need to worry about. And then set icon color. Right, now I need to like get the actual color. And color update state is hovering. Draw icon color. Actually. Icon color. Oh, thickness. I'll leave it at 3. Okay, so that's not working. Why? Because I'm an idiot, that's why. Changing color. There we go. That's not bad, right? At least for like default settings. Default styling settings. I'm gonna go and close my window a little bit. Be right back.
Gregory, do you see the small
I'm
vent
back.
on the floor?
I do
Have
not
you
see the
ever
small
heard
vent
of
on the
Among
floor.
Us, Gregory? You need to vent. I know it will be hard for you to be sus.
Are you like,
I know you can do it, Gregory.
whenever you get 500, are you just doing channel points?
I have more than 500.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
I have 13k.
I see. I see. I think I need to add a hydrate button. Probably a terrible idea. It won't be as much as text to speech though. I might want to also decrease text to speech to 1,000. And make hydrate probably like 1,500 eventually if I decide to go that route. I think I want to make the stem of the check mark a bit higher up. I think that would be a good idea. I think it's at like 0.2. I could probably make it
0.35.
that would lower it. I want to make it higher up. So the back is, yeah. I'll make it 1 instead of 2. There, that's better. That's clearly better. And thanks to terrible pixelation, you can't tell if it's a straight line that easily, at least from what I'm seeing. Because it's slightly not, because of just how lines work, I guess. I do think that's a better one, though. I might want to change the X, though. Make the cross out to be smaller. At least like a hair smaller. 0.1 maybe.
So there is some free options, but they're a pain to set up.
I'd imagine.
Like, you gotta go download something through script, and go to a website, go put more stuff, go commands in the script, go to the website, go back, put more stuff in script, follow the website, and then you can start setting things up.
Oh, that's the setup for a setup. I see.
Yeah, I have to set it for a setup. It's just to get things working. And then you start setting up for the. I might just go with like $6 option a month. Just because it's a whole lot easier to do.
I mean, I assume it's $6 would be cheaper than most other server hosters, though.
There is another one for $2,
But could that
but these
$2 be more performant than your actual computer running the server is the question.
I don't know.
Like, you have to remember that this is probably a lot cheaper than most other Minecraft servers.
Yes. The Minecraft servers also have protections on them too,
Yeah, that too, though.
not just directly to your computer. So if you go rent one, you have all the protections.
I mean, if it's like a private server, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's only going to be a handful of people on there. Now, if I was going to have a lot of people, yeah, I'm renting.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot more stable.
How do you even check how much bandwidth you've used on NG-Rock?
I don't know. I got an email saying, it's like, oh, hey, we're changing things. The 23rd, you'll be cut off after 1 gig. Like, oh.
I see.
Yeah. January 23rd is when it'll take place. I don't like their model of $15 a month. And then, you also have to pay another 10 cents for every gig you use above 1 gig.
Let me check to see if I've gotten that.
It was like in my
So
other
this is
emails.
on
It was
that email.
almost in junk mail.
Let me check one of the email I use for NG-Rock then real quick. Good thing none of this is showing on stream.
It was also a good thing I went through my email today. Like, why did I get an email for Ngrok? I haven't got one from them ever. So I'll click on it. Oh. I'm pretty sure that 7 gigs was only from 1 month. So,
I didn't get the notice about the gigabytes, but I got final reminder that all NG-Rock agents version 3.1 and older will stop working for free tier users on Jan 15th.
that might also be because I'm probably on the most current version.
What version am I on? At 2.3.41. It's a little old. It's just a little old. Your account, yeah, 2341, yeah,
So yeah, that's probably why it hasn't been tracking your data uses, because you're in the old version.
There's a possibility, yeah.
It still sucks though.
It does.
I don't need multiple, I just need one. I just need one tunnel. I don't need 15.
Yeah.
Just need one with unlimited data. And I don't even know why. Well, it's probably no, it's using their servers.
Yeah, it's still
Connecting to
using their servers.
Yeah. That's also why so I'm choosing between either that $2 one, it's like that $2 one, their service can be horrible. That $6 one could be better, or they could be the exact same.
Let's see. NG-Rock. No, not NG. C# make tunnel, I guess. TCP
Yeah,
tunnel.
60p for Minecraft. Well, and then some of
Let's
them's like,
see.
oh, you need a domain and all this.
Not punch through, I think that's what I want. Light mode. I don't actually know what all this means, however.
I know exactly. It's exactly how it feels. Like I have no clue what I'm doing. Because everything's abbreviated. And then it's not abbreviated. It's like, what? All that networking fun stuff. Ugh.
Super simple tunnel implementation in C#. Because if I could figure out how to do tunnels, that would be very funny.
That might be nice. That way I won't have to pay anything. The networking stuff kind of goes over my head.
You're not the only one. This has a handy little image. However, you need, yeah, so you need a public server in order to do this.
Fun.
Yeah, if you want to make your own tunnel, you need a public server with a public domain.
Too much work.
I mean, it would just
I
be
said that, but it's actually not.
AWS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could literally just put this on an AWS server and just pay for that instead. Or you could get like a Raspberry Pi and then get a domain, which is probably even cheaper because I think like domains are like 10, 20 a year or something like that. I don't know.
That's not far off from going just paying.
Was it per year, not per month?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
pricing annually. Yeah, it's like 60 a year, so if it's, well, it's double, but still.
For what, AWS?
No, for like the local expos, 60 a year.
Oh, I'm just talking about like doing things manually.
Yeah.
Like,
At the end of the day, you still have to pay for it.
I mean, yeah, that's because this is like a bypass of port forwarding. So of course.
Yes. Because for whatever reason, I can't do port forwarding.
It is less secure to do port forwarding.
Oh yeah, there's that too. Because you're just giving your IP address.
Yeah.
That's also one of the reasons why I'm liking it. Rather use these programs instead. It's like it gives you like just a code you can go give people rather than your IP address.
Yeah.
There's also some protection. Well, they also offer some protection too.
It's basically just how you want to spend your time and money. You can spend more time trying to manually set up something, but it only costs like less, like per year or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very cheap, but like, yeah.
Still annoying that I have to do this now.
Yeah.
I had to go change the business model. Right there.
How dare they want more money?
Probably because they notice like no one's using our paid program. How can we get some money? Let's actually put a hard cap on.
Not even internet service providers have caps anymore. At least not as frequently or as prominent as they used to be.
Mhm.
Like, something I never had to grow up with was those minutes thing.
I did.
I feel sorry for you.
Eh. I kept getting notifications for them. It's like, oh hey, it's like we record that you accidentally, so your text message was accidentally recorded as minutes used. So here's a small refund. And it's just like every month I got a message saying that.
What were they counting when it comes to minutes? Like,
Actual minutes.
while you were using it?
Yes. So it'd be on a phone call. Like every minute that you were actually connected to the phone call, be counted.
I see.
Yes. So if you had like a 10-minute talk, but it took 2 minutes to actually contact them, so 8 minutes.
I wish there was competition, so we could have better stuff. But you know,
Of course not. There
yeah.
technically is, but it's not. It's not the same. That's like the big three. Is it three? Or it's only two now?
For what?
The phone services.
There's still a fair amount. Just
The
big
T-Mobile,
ones.
Verizon, AT&T
AT&T,
still one?
Sprint.
Sprint is no longer.
Oh, right. It merged with T-Mobile.
Yep.
I mean, there's still smaller ones too.
Oh, yeah, they're the smaller ones, but they use the services from the big ones. I think Cricket used the Verizon. Yeah, you get the idea. Virgin Mobile was Sprint, but now Sprint's no longer a thing, so now it's T-Mobile. And then you got Boost, which is now also T-Mobile. Oh, what are you looking up there?
Well, someone said that a mod pack was no longer available, but I'm seeing it here.
What is it?
Create Astral.
That's the whole thing.
I know.
It might have just only been updated.
I'm not seeing it in the browser here.
Create?
Astral.
Perfect world, engineer. I mean, it could be above and beyond. It's probably
No,
pretty
it's Create
similar.
Astral. That is the name.
Creating space.
That's strange.
Thought maybe it was taken off the list because it had malware in it.
No, it's still on CurseForge website.
See if it's on CurseForge then.
I don't have CurseForge. I don't have it installed.
Ray on a potato PC Ultimate. Sadly, it's
Wait, it doesn't
pretty
come up in
understandable.
search?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either.
But it still exists. It's delisted or something? Why was it delisted?
I could think of something. What was it? Publishing rights? I really lost publishing rights for a particular mod.
Maybe.
I know that's a thing. It's like, we can't manually download this mod unless you're, or no, you can't distribute this mod unless you have permission. Could be one of those things. And rather than just reworking the whole mod pack, just take it down.
Wait, but if you search for the name, wait, what? Wait, if you search for the mod author, wait, what? What? CurseForge. You okay there, buddy?
Oh,
I wonder if does it come up from Prism if I do it that way too?
maybe.
Yes, it does. So you can't search the name, but you can search the author. So dumb. So I don't know what that's for.
Alright, I need to go.
I'm probably gonna end stream though now.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. Goodbye. Chat.
Bye, stream.
Yeah, bye stream.
Start on.